How do internet, and welcome back to Geosketchr. We're here again today. We are going to jump into another UK island famous and historic locations. If you've just watched episode 5, which is a very short video, you'll have seen the stressful time that I had having 2 minutes on the clock to both guess and draw the location I was in. So without further ado, we're going to pray to the dice gods and hope that we don't get the 1 minute or the 2 minutes and we have a little bit longer. 8 minutes. I can work with that. So we're doing here a community made map. We can see we've got 201 locations. Sorry, 200 locations. And it was made by the creator Fletch. It's a very good map. I'd recommend it to anyone that likes and enjoys historical locations around the UK and Ireland. So again, we're going to bring ourselves up to 8 minutes. Much nicer time to have to draw the location we're in. If I can, there we go, pinpoint the 8 minutes. And then we're going to make a challenge as well. We're going to invite everyone along who's watching. You can either play along, and your scores will come up against mine at the end of yours. You'll see how you did in comparison to me. Or alternatively, you can grab some paper, grab some art supplies, and make something along the way as well. Maybe give yourself that 8-minute timer. Who knows? I'd love to see what you're making. Post it on the Instagram, the Facebook, places like that. Anywhere that you can post it, I would like to see what you've done. So without further ado, 8 minutes, a drawing, grabbing the all-important paint set with a little bit longer to go. And we are ready. So these are all famous places in the UK and Ireland. This is obviously a big church of some kind. Somewhere. Stag hire. The problem sometimes when you have famous places. We're in Scotland, so that's going to narrow us down. A big church like this, it's going to be one of the big cities. I'm going to jump down and pop us into Glasgow. That's my guess, and that's where we're going to go for. And then we're going to find something interesting to draw. Do we draw a detailed window? Do we try and draw the end of the building? Let's have a look around. It's much more relaxed than the last episode. Just checking we're recording. We are. Oh, we've got this interesting looking tower up here. Can't quite make the details out on that. I might go for drawing this tower. Seems like the fun little drawing that we've got to go here. Bit too much detail in the just checking my framing there. So we'll start with a big cylinder, which we have quite nicely, coming all the way down. We're just going to start by blocking in. This can be our line where our windows is coming. All the way down, just giving ourselves some rough indications of where things are coming. This is coming round as a ledge of some kind. So we can pop that on. And then we're coming up to, so you can see we're just building up shapes. We've got a couple of cylinders on top of each other with a plate in between. That's all we really have at this point. And as we come up to the top, we come up to a dome with something on top of it. Next we can start getting in just below this here. We've got our wall going across on this side here at the same level, and then with some sort of balustraded, kind of with an interesting balustrade. Okay, so we're gonna make sure we get something of that kind of a description going all the way along here. Looks maybe a bit more square than that. It's a bit more kind of like that with a square on the bottom, isn't it? with having that little bit of extra time in, which I really appreciate now that I've done a 2-minute challenge. It's nice. We can just take our time. We can put in these shapes as we see them. If you've watched that previous episode, you'll notice how you just, when you're in a rush, you're just throwing down lines. You're trying to get a likeness to capture a moment, to capture something that you're never going to come back and see again. And at the end of the day, that's the skill of sketching, in my opinion. It's to be able to make those strokes to just indicate, mostly just for yourself, this is what I saw and when I saw it. Okay, so that's going to give us a starting point on those ballasts, on that big ornate balustrade coming across. And this section here and drops down, and we have a bit of a gap and then windows going along. So we're going to put our tops and bottoms for those windows in, going off in this direction. This side here we have a little bit of a drop, and then another bit of building coming down here. Whether we get onto putting any detail in that building, we'll find out. Up here we've also got just a more kind of industrial. I don't know what this building is. It's a big building. Big building, whatever it is. I'm sure we'll find out when we find out which famous place in the UK and Ireland this is. So up here, we actually, it isn't a cylinder, it's looking at it, we have a flat face on this side. A flat face on this side, it's a cube. In that case, we're going to cube that off. Just like that. But it's still domed on top, so we still have that to deal with later on. But this here, the reason I noticed that is because when I was looking at this window is aligned with these windows, so we need this window here in the middle first. So we can pop that in, and that looks like it's got a division down the middle. And some bits coming across like that. And then either side of it, some big impressive columns. There's definitely a status building. Of some kind. Then we've got some kind of topping onto that column, and a column coming down this side too. So just make sure we've got a little bit of the 3D relief in there on that, and then we can start trying to add in the columns we can see on this side. It's going to be symmetrical on each side by the judgment of this. You don't go to the effort of building such a grand building and making it off symmetric, do you? We can't actually see this window, but our perception is just a little bit skewed. We've only got 1 minute left. Oh, when the heck did that happen? Okay then, so window. Wow, that went. I was having too much of a fun time there. I need to do some of these which are. Well, if you enjoy these kind of things, I do some that are a longer period. Over on Twitch every now and again, I'll jump on and I chat along with people, chat along with the audience, and draw for a few hours per round. Sometimes it can be a little bit longer, 20 minutes, an hour. Depends on the round, depends on the view, depends on the drawing that I'm making. So if you're interested in that kind of thing, let me know, and I will fire up Twitch sometime, and we can draw along together. I've got ways that we can do as a community and have a group draw along. A group geosketch, shall we say, is an option in the future. Right, so 5 seconds remaining, so we're just going to throw in some where there were some windows, and then that's our time over. Crikey. Not a bad guess. So it was the... well, those that have seen episode 5 will know I was near here last time. Should we just leave it at that? Should we say I was up the hill from this location? So we were looking at the hospital. The back of the hospital building. The Glasgow Royal Infirmary. Glasgow Royal Infirmary. And that's, I would like to have got a bit of colour into that, really, but maybe check out my Instagram. Maybe I went back and added colour into it and put it on there. But I think it's time that we jump into round 2. You are now entering Free Derry. Not in our name. R.I.P. Lyra. So we're definitely going to be in Derry. And wow, look at this street art. So Ireland. I need to come in and find Derry. I feel like it's a long... Is Londonderry and Derry the same place? There isn't a... So we must be somewhere on the outskirts of here. Are we on a junction? No, we're on a main roady bit coming round. And we're going to have to find something. Do we make a drawing of this piece of street art? Could be an interesting little challenge. Might do that. So we're going to be somewhere down here, entering perhaps on Strand Road. No, because we're not. We're near some walls, so we must be fairly close in. We're going to pop ourselves down. Yeah. Somewhere. Stop guessing. And start drawing. So we've got our fella here in a gas mask. So we're going to get these shapes in first. We've got a clip coming over the head, and then hair coming round this way and this way. And here we can see we've got a person looking out at us. Looks like a young child. So this must have been something to do with the Northern Ireland conflicts, no doubt. And someone's commissioned a fantastic piece of street art to go around it. And we've got a badge on here. Try and do this just some justice, because it's like a fairly important symbolic. That's I just realised it's the outline of Northern Ireland, possibly. Yeah. Not quite. I wonder what's the outline of. Oh no, it is, because we right. Okay, yeah. There's you can just about make it out. There's a section around here, which is a different colour. So we got ourselves 3.5 minutes remaining. We're going to have to hurry up this sketch a little bit. Could this potentially be Lyra? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. If anyone out there knows the history of this piece of symbolic street art, I would be happy to learn about it in the comments. Always happy and willing to learn about all things history. It's got some fingers coming around here. And then some people. Back this way. We've only got 2 minutes left, so these are going to be blocked in very quickly. And then what looks like a big torrent of smoke coming from off this potentially. Right up behind this little person here. And then building in the background just back here. And what looks like some buildings coming along. Some chimney pots on them. There's a third person here disappearing off into the smoke. Another one of them drawings that I would have loved to have some more time to work on. But that's one thing that I found Geosketchr is doing. It's giving me more appreciation for time you have when you are drawing and making art on your own time. It makes it just that little bit more relaxed and special. With 1 minute remaining, we can start coming in. And a little bit of detail, perhaps. Maybe bring in a slightly darker pencil and just start refining some of our lines. Just adding a bit of definition and refinement to the shapes of this four-figure. Just finishing off, 13 seconds remaining. Finishing off our little sketch here. We've got a guest down in Londonderry. We were on the other side of the river, but a 1.3 mile guess. We were just near Freedery Corner, famous wall with political message. What about a piece of art? Unless that piece of art is the, unless this piece here is the political message. Something for me to research a little bit later on, or for people to let me know about in the comments below. Well, I wonder where this could be. Well, I think I know what I'm going to have to draw. Anyone that has seen, can't remember where it was. It's Mallenberg. Anyone that has seen the 2-minute fiasco that was last episode will know we've already frequented this particular place. You do sometimes get this when you're playing maps repeatedly. There's only 200 different seeds that you can get, and you sometimes get dropped into the same location. But I butchered this particular car in that video, and in this video we're going to try and redeem ourselves. So without further ado, let's start a much more relaxed. It's going to be funny if this turns out worse than the 2-minute sketch, but we'll see. Surely it can't. Have a bit of faith in yourself, Mark. I was trying to work out from the sketch what kind of car this actually is. Is it an older shaped Ford Fiesta? Again, it's something that you often find on GeoGuessr, that number plates and backs of cars are often blurred out, so you can. It's a fun game in itself, just trying to work out the cars you're looking at sometimes. In this instance, I'm fairly sure we've got ourselves a old style Ford Fiesta, is it? Again, if we've got any car aficionados out there that want to rip apart this particularly, yeah, I just can't get the right shape on this car. Let's try getting this roof shaping right. It's up and down, down. It just kind of flows into its headlamp and comes down from there. Is it because these wheels aren't? Could be it. We can see the back wheel is here. And we're going to have to guess what side the exhaust is on. They're normally on the left, I believe. But I'm prepared to be wrong on that. We've got a car coming up here, slowly being built up shape by shape. Our windows in the front follow this form. So it's kind of split down the middle, which makes up our two doors. One of the doors follows around the arch at the back. The other arch going to continue forward. Have this sort of shape here. We've got a little indicator on the side. And could have drawn a lovely view. It is a lovely view after all. The Silver Strand is where we're at. Could have drawn this beautiful view we've got, but I needed to. I felt like all you as viewers deserve to see the redemption attempt of that abysmal sketch from last episode. And so, here it is. Got a little handle here, little handle here. And something just doesn't look right on this. Is it this back here being too... It does come up from that, so... Just an awkward angle to draw a car from, perhaps. Anyway, we will bring in some pen, get to work with our last 2 minutes 50. Okay, so one wheel, this sort of thing going on, another wheel at the front, again with that sort of thing going on. we're going to come around and we're going to start adding in little bits of detail. This is going to be a nice pen to draw this with, as one of my favourite, the Pilot Fineliner. It's a very nice water soluble pen, so we can probably get most of the colours that we need for a silver car just by blending out the ink of the actual pigment of the pen. We're going to give that a go. Anyone thinks they can, well, for the people out there I know that can draw this better than me, have a go. Share your pictures down in the comments or over on any of my social media streams, and I'll check it out. Show me just how incapable I am of drawing a good picture of a car in 8 minutes. We've got 1 minute remaining. I'm just going to start by grabbing ourselves a little bit of red. These back areas. I'll clean that brush off over here. Give ourselves a little squeeze of water. And as you can see, we can start bringing out the beautiful colours of this fine liner out onto the car. I always think it does quite nicely at capturing a silver car in this particular fine liner. How would you guys have tackled this in terms of colouring it in? Would you have gone with pencils and crayons, watercolours, acrylics? What's your medium of choice out there? Let me know in the comments. I feel like I keep saying that, but we want to try and build some kind of communication, kind of community around these little challenges. There is now, if people are interested, in the description you'll find the information for a Discord, and also the information for a subreddit where you can share your creations, tell me how terrible I am at drawing and painting, and all that wonderful stuff if you wish. Or just stay here and enjoy the videos when they come out. Oh, our time has well and truly ended. Got a little bit carried away there. Apologies. So we've got a slightly better drawing. I wonder if we jump into the thing, can we actually see what make of car it was? Can we get into the car park? We can. Yeah, I think that's a Ford Focus, fairly sure. Again, anyone out there that's a better authority than me on cars, there'll be someone out there that can tell us, oh, I missed these little red reflectors off the back. There'll be someone out there that can tell us the model of that just from that image. And without further ado, let's jump into our next round here. Okay, so we are definitely coastal. Famous places. Looks like some man-made lake of some kind. Can't tell anything from the number plates. We don't have any signs to go off. Oh, it's somewhere by the coast. No idea where. Is this perhaps something to do with... Got anything on the hills or anything? Any mines or... anything that indicates where we could be? Some big silos around. We'll also need to find something to draw from this point. This could be an interesting one to find something to draw. Anyway, we are going to make a shot in the dark that we are somewhere down to here. We're looking north out to sea. North out to sea with a bit of land on the other side. We could be here. This bit of land could be. We're gonna leave it there. Maybe make ourselves right on the coast. We're gonna say we're in Linton. No idea. And we're gonna find something to make a quick drawing of. Got this big factory thing over here. Can't quite get in to see those. Big house here. I think we're gonna go for the factory. And we're going to try and make a quick drawing of what we see here. Okay then. So we've got, to start off with, a little large, flatter than that. So let's change that. This is quite a wide end on this. We've got a large factory building. In front of that, we've got shapes that we can build up. This here has got a bridge coming across it to this here, just slightly lower and just at the height of the top. This building comes down and then out. It looks like these things here terminate in relation to whatever this is. So this goes behind this, and this comes down in front of this. Now we've got another building here, which comes right across to where our big silos are here, which, due to the scale of the drawing, is going to go off the edge. Actually, quite a bit bigger than this, aren't they? They come right up this way. So this building here comes along, and we're seeing this edge of it here. And then we've got these massive silos going up. Look like these are connected again. Not quite sure what these connections are doing, but they are definitely connected somehow. And this is going to go right up and off our drawing. Making this building here, which is just looking strange on my drawing. Making this building here, just got some kind of railing on top of it. By the look of it, look very small. And then I think we've just got our scaling wrong here, haven't we? This is a bit more like it. So we're going to ignore this line. Then we've got a smaller silo. Yeah. I was too keen to squeeze on. And then right on the edge of this silo, it's this one going up. So we've got a little bit of a strange alteration to our source image, but the sketch that we had, the sketch that we were able to make, we've got 2 minutes left, so if we just put in a couple of lines, I'll scribble across there, a couple of lines, give ourselves a bit of extra pigment and ink down that side that we can, as we did with the car just a minute ago, dilute down. Move this across just a little bit, just give us half a chance. This building here, looks like we do have windows on it, but I can't really make that out. We'll give ourselves that for that. So I'm just thinking of where do I need that extra bit of ink to allow us to really quickly add in, if we can, a little bit of water diluted shading. 1 minute left on the clock. I think we're going to have time to do that, which will be really nice. There we go. Got ourselves a view of whatever it is this particular factory is. So we're just going to quickly add in some water, dilute down the pigment, start blocking in shapes that we've got here. 26 seconds remaining. Try and get some definition on that end there, and then we can start thinking about adding just a dash of brown up here, just to show that this roof up here is indeed brown. There we go. Very, oops, once again we got too distracted there. We were right up here. Kirkwall, the Orkney Crafts Centre, and the Model Yacht Lake. Oh, cracking. I love a good model yacht. Gonna have to put that on my list of places to visit, no doubt. So, Orkney Craft Vinegar. That, what we're looking at over here, the Great Western Road. Down this way was where we saw our large silos of things, anyway. And so we were in Kirkwall. And then we're going to move on. So that was a nice little sketch. And then finally, our final round. 8 minutes to draw a famous place in UK and Ireland. This tower. Never seen it before in my life. Have I? We're by the coast. I have no idea what this is. It looks old. Oldest lighthouse in the UK, perhaps? By a golf course. I'm gonna have to come down this way. Torquay. We'll pop it down this way. Have we got anywhere down here? Berryhead National Nature Reserve. Churston Golf Course. Golf course by the coast. Come on, have a big Cherston Manor. Oh, I want this to be it. We're going to pop ourselves down here. We're looking north to sea, north to sea. We're on a road running roughly west to east. Could be a great shout. Could be miles off. We're going to leave that guess there, and we're going to make a quick drawing of this tower. We'll go full page for our final drawing of this Geosketchr episode. We're going to bring it right down like this, and then up this side as well. We've got a side coming across like this, side like that, and then a raised side like that. I wonder why one side. It's interesting. That's the kind of thing that piques my interest. Is why has whoever designed or built this tower raised it on one side? Is it the way the wind comes in? To shelter whoever's up there on top? Was it a lookout point that was looking across this way? Who knows? Probably anyone that's visited this place and read the information sign inside it, if there is one. I imagine some of those people will know. Got this thing poking off, and then below that, a little 1x1 window. 2x1 rather. Little 2x1 window. Then we've got another span coming round it, and that comes down. We've got 2 more bands. Before we reach the base here. On this base here, we have a very nice kind of brick and wood door, which is quite lovely. Don't mind that at all. All it would be nice is if it had above it in big neon lights where it was. That's all I ask. Don't ask for much. And then we'll put in about halfway up this door. We've got the sea, and then we've got the green of the golf course coming along. Got any clouds in the sky in this picture? No, we're completely cloud free. Right, first off, let's fix this flipping window. We can't have the best, but we've got such nice sort of consistent perspective lines. This has got a window part way down here, which again is a little one open 2x1, and then this one as well. We've got a little window down here too. So I've got 3 minutes left to add some colour, some detail. So we're gonna bring that line straight down there. This line straight down there. This line skipping over that, which is actually a bit big now that I look at it. And we're just gonna start blocking in. Bring that line straight as well. Think on. Pre-plan your lines. Make this a little bit shorter. Obviously some kind of hoist point to get things up and down in days gone by. I suppose in days still if you actually need to get something up and down. Strange, kind of half weathered, half perfect. Oh man, I wish I had some time to delve into getting that drawn. But alas, we don't have time to relax and enjoy ourselves on this. We're moving forward. It's about quick sketching. What we see, how we see it, and moving on. Of course, if you're playing along yourself or having a go at geosketching, there is no need to put yourself under a timer. It's merely a way for me to enjoy myself, because I quite enjoy the pressure and the sketches that come out when I'm timed like this. But first things first, we're going to grab ourselves a little bit of this colour. It wants to be quite diluted. And we can start dotting it in and around, just to add ourselves a little bit of a shade of darkness. We are coming down, just adding on very quickly this hint of a whitewashed, creamy kind of tower. Then we're going to try and grab ourselves a little bit of blue for the sky. Try not to obliterate our tower as we do. It's that balance of getting the pigment down quickly and getting it down so that it looks half decent. Then we're going to need some green to try and indicate that this bit here is golf course. Well, we were miles away, but I'm just going to take an extra couple of seconds just to, oh, that's a bit of a feisty blue for a sea around the UK. Oops. That's what we get when we're rushing things. But that's us done. Clean our brush off down here so that it can go away nice and clean. So where were we? What were we looking at? We were looking at Flamborough. The annoying thing is, as a child, we holidayed up here in Bridlington, and I vaguely remember coming down to a car park somewhere and coming past a cool tower. I thought it was red and white. Maybe there's another one. But perhaps I've driven right past this. So it's a 17th century lighthouse tower. Old Flamborough Lighthouse. Old. Maybe. Maybe the one I'm thinking of is the new Flamborough Lighthouse. You know, the thought crossed my mind as we were playing, but I was stuck on that little memory of mine of it being red and white. But perhaps wherever the other lighthouse is red and white. But thank you very much for joining for this. I've gone for one episode in one video to see how. Let me know what you think. Do you prefer it split up into parts, or smaller parts that you can watch throughout your day, or do you prefer a longer video that allows you to sit down and relax for a little bit longer? You let me know, and I'll keep making them the way that you guys want them. I'll see you on the next time. Have a wonderful weekend and a lovely Valentine's Day 2021, all locked away with your loved one. It's going to be a fun one. I hope you've got them some nice presents. See you next time.